There's a lot that really needs to accompany the grit and persistence. If you can work these other traits in, it's a big deal. Reputation, community knowledge, here's all 8 of them. And persistence is in there. Really, it's a good balance to have in all 8. I still believe no matter what happens, persistence, if you don't have, you can have all the rest of them. But if you sit down there and when the waves come and the storm rains upon your parade for your entrepreneurship program, if you don't have the chutzpah, the persistence, that determination to pursue what you want to have happen, it'll all go away in the process. Let me give it a couple examples. You already have seen the opportunity canvas. I believe that this tool is one of the very best tools possible to sit down there and toss up a business plan on one page. You can put your idea there and flesh out the very basic rudimentary concepts on it in just a matter of 20 to 30 minutes, enough to the point where you can sit down there and use this as a sheet of an idea sheet to show somebody else and get feedback from them. Use that. Start thinking about your ideas early. Don't let them escape your head. If something comes to you in the middle of the night, get out of bed, get a piece of paper and pencil and write it down. And then in the morning, flesh it out on this over here. You may have a brilliant idea that people will sit down and say, wow, that's great. I wish I'd thought of that. And you get investors lined up. Or it could be a dud by the time you're all done. Here's a night notes business concept. I do practice the idea of getting up in the middle of the night. And for me, it drives me crazy. I always fumble trying to get a pen and then try to sit down there and write in the dark without getting the whole house in an uproar because I turned on the light and then I can't get back to sleep because of the light. So I'm trying to sit down there and write in the dark. I wish my pen had a little light in it. I know they have pens like that, but the other part, I wish I had a little notebook next to the bed. I have a notepad. Wait a minute. Why don't I write the idea out? I went through and here are some of my night notes business concept. By the time it's all done, you sit down and you look at that. I did some more research on the concept. Okay, I looked at the beta site out there as to who's doing the whole thing, what I need in the process, what kind of business structure, what kind of phase planning by the time it was all done. I thought about maybe doing it as an app on the phone. And by the time you're all done, there's a lot of different aspects of it until finally I took that idea, I put it into a SWOT analysis. If you recall, SWOT stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And I really looked at that. And by the time I was done, I thought, okay, it's a good idea for me. I'm not certain how many people get up in the middle of the night at 2:30 to 3 o'clock in the morning and write ideas down. I think the market is probably that big. I think maybe I have a cognitive problem myself. I don't know. But that being said, I analyzed the idea and I looked at it. I took the perseverance part and I sat there and I focused on the idea and I started getting the stick and just beating the idea until I fleshed it out. And I made a determination that for me, this is not a business model that I want to pursue because I don't think the market's there. But I got it off of my mind and I have it out there in the ether and I have something already ready to go someday, but I don't think this is right for me to pursue. Maybe this is a good idea for you. That being said, I want to sit down and emphasize the aspect of persistence. Do a couple things besides being persistent, add to the whole mix as you come through. Get a group of counselors. In a multitude of counselors is great wisdom. Look for opportunities. When you're walking down the street and something comes to you, pull out your phone, record it over there, and then you get back home, you write the thing down. If it really looks good, fill out an opportunity canvas and flesh the thing out. If it still looks good, do a SWOT analysis of it. Create it as you go through, develop an initial plan. Sometimes you have to get it out of your system, and maybe the timing isn't right at that moment. If you really think it is good, go to your advisory committee that we talked about before of business professionals that you sit down and you value as wise counselors. So supplement grit and persistence with back up and look around. When you fall down, get back up, find a new way, develop advisors, look for opportunity, create it in you, your own opportunity canvas, and then develop an initial plan. Supplement grit and persistence with common sense thinking, planning. Take care.